On the color changing paints, which changes colors as per the surroundings, may I please request Mr. Surya Prakashji from SV Coatings Private Limited to kindly come up on the stage and present and talk about what are the color changing paints. तालियां बजा सकते हैं आप लोग, please.
You can see the color over here is a reddish. I think before that, before this presentation, the light was off. You are able to see only the regular colors. The colors what you are seeing is in a scattering of light. So probably today just I am going to speak about scattering and other things. So being in a small scale, the R&D, why we started doing little R&D on paint. See, when we visit Ajanta and Ellora, you see the paints. It's almost 2000 years old. The color not faded. There is no fungus. Actually, that is in a Konkan region where you have a very high rainfall. See, you can see the fungus. And these are the colors, they are able to get it from the natural sources. They never had any synthetic pigments or anything. They used natural colors. And that natural colors have withstood all the years of weathering, and it has withstood. And today it is there. And secondly, Harappan, Mohenjo-daro, almost it's a 5,000 year world civilization, and you see a lot of innovative, what we call it an innovative, like for example, we use silicon siloxane additives for making the paint weather resistant, waterproofing. These people had a coating which are applied on bricks, which resisted the rain. Beating the competition, the best way to beat the competition is to excel. See, SV Coatings has developed many new products. Of that, we got 2 patents for antibacterial and self-cleaning paint and carbon dioxide absorbing paint. Not only just it absorbs the carbon dioxide, and it also cleans the VOC around. I think probably Delhi requires this kind of a paint. So some of the products what we have is Polymer Thermoflex. Polymer Ecoat is an antibacterial paint. Polymer Thermoflex is a heat reflective paint. And again, I tell you, this is made up of not using in a glass bubbles. It's using in a basic minerals that is our Polymer Stone Coat. See, that is one very interesting thing, and probably the future product where it's going to replace the emulsion paints. Polymer Rainbow Coat, that is the topic on which I am going to speak. Polymer photochromatic. Now, generally what happens, see, everybody wants to use in a darker colors in the exteriors. But unfortunately in summer that absorbs more heat and the building becomes heated up. So we are in the process of development where if you are going to put the dark colors in the summer when there is a high sunlight, the color becomes lighter and it stops absorbing the heat. And in the winter or when there is no sun, it becomes darker and absorbs more sun, so keeping the building cool. Polymer GR coat, that's a graphene based coat, that's also a very interesting paint which we have developed. This is a polymer thermoflat. See, this is going to give almost a 12 degree temperature difference in the ceiling and ambient temperature of almost 4 to 5 degrees. And this is without using glass pools. And it has been used for almost 12 years and it has been approved by IGBC and American Green Building Council. It's been used. This is an antibacterial paint. See, one interesting thing about this, plenty of antibacterial paint in European countries and India. What new about this particular paint is, see, it's very economical and the efficacy of this paint. See, we have tested for almost after 7 years of application, it gives a very good efficacy. Probably at the beginning of the bacterial count, what you get, and after 7 years, what bacterial count and a swab test, it's almost the same. This is a tray coat. This is a paint when you apply it on inside or outside the wall, it absorbs carbon dioxide that is there in the atmosphere. Not only that, it is going to clean the VOC, volatile organic content. Like if there is a formaldehyde or benzene, it's going to break down that one into carbon dioxide and water, and that carbon dioxide will be absorbed by the paint itself, and the water is going to come out of that system. It's very effective, and if you are going to apply this one in your garage and those things, you don't get any smell of oils or petrol in your garages. Good. Stone coat. Again, it's a silicate-based paint which we have developed. It's not that it's not there. It's in European countries. It is there. It's going to give a lifetime guarantee. Using minerals, absolutely no synthetic material is being used in this. Everything is natural. It's in silicates are being used, and even the pigments what have been used is in a mineral pigments, and it can we will be able to give a guarantee of lifetime. And it's in a self-cleaning. The dust on that it's not going to sit. The dust will be automatically cleaned. It's an antifungal, anti-mold. The patent for this one is also in a pending. Graphene-based paint. Just I think many are talking about the anti-corrosive properties of this. With 120 micron thickness using a regular polyurethane paint, we are able to get 2000 hours of salt spray test. And it is intact. And it is in a fire retardant. And it has a very good chemical resistance properties. And you might be wondering what that plane is doing there. Based on graphene and other ingredients, we were able to develop what we call it RAM, radio absorbing material. See, generally, most of the aircrafts are built with synthetic materials, and it is going to absorb it's not going to reflect the radar signals. But here, with a single coating, see, this is going to absorb, it's going to absorb the radio waves and the radar waves. So, and it makes the aircraft, just in giving a coating, it can make aircraft invisible to the radar. And we are working with, Bangalore-based drone company, for test and evaluate this particular product. Can you play the videos?
Here's the perfect advertisement for camouflage designed specifically for rocky terrain. Just look at how difficult it is to find the camouflage soldier among the rocks. In reality, it's not a special suit that concealed him, but a lightweight cotton shawl, something like a large scarf that can be folded and tucked into a waist bag. In practice, this technology is revolutionary and is in high demand among professional soldiers. Undoubtedly, an ordinary person is unlikely to need it, but military snipers have appreciated the opportunity to become invisible. In just a few seconds, you're no longer a person but a rock.
Now you can see the color here. See, it's exactly what the video shows. You can see here. Absolutely, you are seeing the redder light here. Now you don't see that. think you can see that red line. See, what we are trying to do is, see, because it requires a lot of light to get scattered. Here we are making the surface, or the pigment what we are using, the size of the pigment what we are using, it's going to reflect the maximum, scatter the maximum light. So it will not become visible. It is possible to make that kind. You see, if you are going to coat that one to a military vehicle, if it is going in a desert, see all the sand. See, probably you don't see the vehicle at all. You will be able to see only the sand. So that's possible to do it. See how the camouflage paint works. It scatters the light, it enhances the light, it reflects the light. All the things is going to happen depending upon the size of the particle that is there. If the particle size is lesser, and when the particle size is lesser, the most maximum small wavelength will be get reflected. That's the reason why you see the blue sky. Because most of the nitrogen molecule and other molecules are very smaller, only the blue light gets scattered. Since it's in a vast area, you can see only the blue color. Rayleigh scattering, where the particle size is small and the wavelength is bigger than the particle size, you get the blue scattering. And the same thing happens in the evening also. You see the red or orange light, because the blue light gets scattered and it will not reach our eyes. Because that red wavelength is bigger than the particle size, that reaches our eyes. That's the reason why in the evening you see only the red or the orange color this thing. And what happens if the particle size and the wavelength is the same? You get the water molecules or the water particles get reflected. All the colors will be reflected here. That's the reason why you see the cloud as in a white color. Same thing when particle size is very high and the wavelength of the light, it's like all the light that is there that's scattered. So even in the small density of that fog, you will be able to see that fog. That is because all the light get reflected. This is what see, this is the white color of the wall. Yeah. This is the white color of the and you see this green light, no? This green light has come from the tree. Next to that, there is a window is there. Leaves get reflected, and that's the reason why. Otherwise, this is also white. So that's the reason why you see a green light here. See, I have used two different colors. Here, the light is directly falling on that. Here, you see the green, actually the color has been distorted. You say it's in a green, light green. So, here, violet light is not falling on this wall. So, you see that green as it is. And that has been green light and violet light has been mixed, and you are going to see the third color here. Otherwise, all this thing color is white color. Now you can see the change, just changing the color. I think if you are going to use this paint, just use a bulb, Philips bulb is available. With your mobile, you will be able to change the color what you want. Again, you say, I use two bulbs, change in different colors, so you'll be able to get different colors in this. Same thing. Yeah. Again, this color and this color is the same. Just I use, mailed, watercolors on a dim light, what you use, that I'm using it. Because you can see the change in the color of these two colors, this thing walls. The same wall with a regular light and the color with the light, yellowish color. You can see the change in the color of that one. I do not know whether you will be able to make it out. Next to that stand, the color here is almost the color of that TV background. But I don't think I don't know whether you will be able to visualize that one. It changes color even with the regular light. It's going to change the color. Again, same color with a different light. High intensity light, you get a light color. With low intensity, that's the color. And with light, that's the color. All the same color. Again, actually, this is in a pink color what we have used. That green color, again, a reflection of from a window of a tree. You can play the video, you can play. So this is the window that I was talking. You can see this is a white color. You can see that greenish color. You can see that greenish color on that. Again, play this. You can see how different this thing is going to react to the colors. See, here you might have seen that though there are three different panels, the color changes in differently because the particle size is something different. What I use is a different particle size there. So you can really, I think the vast equipment here is here. See, probably if they can match the wavelength of yellow to the particle size, probably I think they can enhance the yellow color by almost like 25 to 30%. Yeah, so this is thing, and probably with the same scattering effect. See, it is possible to make in a glass, with coated with a pigment, translucent this thing, where the person who is standing on the other side of the glass, he will become invisible because all this light will be scattered. The light falls from that person, it gets scattered and will not be able to see him. Here we can make a glass that where the other side of the glass is invisible. It's possible. Thank you. Any question is there? I think.
Any questions that you would like to ask here? My girls, can somebody take the mic, please? We'll have a quick one question. Sir, आप सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं?
Thank you, sir. Sir, can you throw some more light on the antibacterial paint? How do we check the paint is actually antibacterial and how long it remains? Like you were saying, for 7 years. So after 7 years, how can I check it, whether it is still antibacterial or not?
It's a good question. Actually, to be frank with you, most of my customers, I say that it's a 2x challenge. You get any multinational brand antibacterial paint. If they are going to give 5 years of guarantee, I am going to give 10 years. If they are going to give 10 years guarantee, I am going to give 20 years guarantee. And how you are going to give this guarantee? How it's going to function? Because the particle that I have used, as long as that paint remains on the wall, it remains. See, because it's also in a self-cleaning, dust is not going to sit on that. Because it's an antistatic, it has got an antistatic property. Dust is not going to be on that. And it uses in a works as in a photocatalytic. Even light, fluorescent light should be more than sufficient for it to work. So I have not used any additives in that. So as long as coating is there, even if the coating is there for 30 years, it's going to be, efficacy will be there for 30 years. Because it is not an additive based. I think I answered your this thing.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And I would request now Mrs. Basant Jodhaji from Pacific Micron to please come up on the stage and felicitate, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful presentation, and I must tell you, the shadows and the effects, it's wonderful. I'm sure when we see it with our naked eyes, it will be more visible, the changes in the colors. Mrs. Basant Jodhaji. May I please request Mr. Madhukar Shahji, past president ISPA, to please come up on the stage to give away the memento, please. Madhukar Shahji. Kanu Bhai, please. मैं रिक्वेस्ट कनु भाई वासु और मधुकर जी, अब दोनों ही आए हैं मंच पे. हमारे गुजराती भाई हैं. बदलाव बहुत ज़रूरी है और बदलाव जब एक ही पेंट से बदलाव हो सकता है changes in the colors, the same paint. Very excellent, absolutely. जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. Everybody, let's put our hands together for Mr. Surya Prakash, SV Coatings Private Limited. Thank you so much, Madhukar ji और Kanu bhai, for doing the honors. Thank you so much, sir.